Larceny for the Dreamcatcher podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today, my guest is Ashi from here in Hastings. So, welcome, Ashi.
Thank you.
So, we've known each other for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been like 8 years.
Has that been that long?
hmm
Actually, we met over in Kearney when you were at a coffee shop over there.
Yes,
So,
the coffee shop who shall not be named.
we're not going to do that, that's for sure. So, a little bit of background about yourself and your husband and your family.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my husband and I met in college in class.
Okay.
And then we had our first date at the coffee shop that I was running.
Really? Okay.
And he showed up early and dressed up for like a 7 a.m. date.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really impressed. And then I ended up hiring him at that coffee shop.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and we worked
Okay.
together. That's where I taught him all about third wave coffee. And then we transferred over to a different coffee shop where we met you guys
Okay.
and really learned to work well together like a very well-oiled machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after 5 years of marriage, we started having our kiddos.
Okay.
So we've got Asher, who's 6, and August, who's 4.
Okay.
And then we moved to Hastings just under 5 years ago.
You've been in that long. Wow.
And so when I had Asher, back in 2020, well, I had him in 2019, but back in 2020, there's no bread on the shelves.
True.
So I started making challah
Okay.
for the community and
Okay.
started selling that. And that's where our noshery started.
Okay.
I started Ash and Ash Noshery, just so I could be a stay-at-home mom with Asher.
Excellent. That's very good.
It lasted about 6 months the first time we did it.
Okay.
The first time I did it, it was completely on my own. It was
Really?
I was at home with Asher. He was about 6 months old at the time, by myself doing the bakery. I would be up at midnight working straight through until about
Wow.
6 p.m.
Wow.
And then I'd go to bed and wake up and do it all over again.
Wow.
So I'd be baking from about midnight to about 8 a.m. And then I'd do packaging and I would take care of Asher and then we'd go and do deliveries.
Unbelievable.
I got burnt out
I
really, really
can see
fast.
that. I would quickly.
Yeah, so I ended up having a mental health crisis because of it, where apparently I'm bipolar,
Okay.
and that went full blown
Okay.
because of the pregnancy, and then the lack of sleep
That would
over
do
the
it, I would think.
baking.
Yeah.
Yes, and but it was crazy because I didn't know what was going on, and so there were times where I'd be baking where I'm just like sitting on the floor sobbing,
I
or
can see that.
there are times where I would be baking and I would be writing down $1 million idea that was going to fix everything and solve our whole life, and it was 100% going to work,
Okay.
and I felt invincible. And I was
Okay.
like, okay, so at least I'm not sobbing on the floor, right?
You're right. Right.
So I go and I meet with a psychiatrist eventually,
Okay.
and I get my diagnosis of bipolar disorder, and I realized that all of that energy that I had, all of the certainty that I had, was actually just a manic episode.
Really? Okay.
So we had August, and then we moved to Hastings,
Okay.
and I struggled with the bipolar disorder for a number of years. After I had August, I had OCD go full blown.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really hectic. It was a really down time in my life.
Yeah, I bet.
And yeah, so I ended up going back to work because my husband had a mental break.
I didn't know that. Okay.
He was working at a restaurant in Hastings,
Okay.
and the upper management was horrible and abusive to him. And so he got to the point where he couldn't do it anymore. Like, this guy was like sexually harassing his staff. And
Wow.
yeah, and so he got to the point where he couldn't do it anymore, so he left and he decided he was going to stay home. So I went back to work
Okay.
and I started doing graphic design, and then
I didn't know you did graphic design too.
Mhm.
Okay.
did graphic design. I've been doing graphic design since college,
Really? Okay.
but I did it for about a year with this company,
Okay.
and then I moved over to LD Coffee Roasters here in Hastings.
Definitely
and
know
I
them.
ran that for a while with CD, and those two things really like prepared me to bring the noshery back.
Okay.
So we brought the noshery back about 2.5 years ago.
Wow. That okay.
Yeah.
Time flies.
The first year of it though was once a month
Okay.
because we were just trying to supplement some income.
Sure.
And then we ended up going full time with it last year in February.
Okay. So noshery, what does that mean exactly?
So to nosh just means to snack. So
Okay.
it's kind of
Yeah.
just like a place to get some snacks.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Grab a nosh. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
growing that up. Never thought about that.
Yeah.
So I mean, was this something you always wanted to do, you and Ben?
No.
Okay.
No, I very much wanted a coffee shop after I had met Ben. I
Okay.
wanted to own a coffee shop. But when I was growing up, I loved to bake.
Okay.
I was like the cake baker in 8th grade, and throughout high
Really?
school,
Okay.
people would come to me for their cakes. And so I had a lot of fun with that. And I actually wanted to go to school, like confectionery school in Texas.
Oh wow, I didn't know that either. Okay.
But I got a full ride to UNK. And I didn't realize I had to go to UNK. My mom just told me I got a full ride.
Oh, is that? She didn't tell you what school?
No,
Okay.
so I ended up having to go to UNK, but that's where I met Ben.
Yeah, so
Because
it all.
Ben was going to go to culinary school in Wyoming.
I did not know that either.
I
Okay.
think it was either Wyoming or Colorado, but I think it was Wyoming. And he didn't get to go because his family was, it wasn't going to work for his family. So, yeah, so we ended up meeting at UNK. Neither of us wanted to be there. Both of us wanted to be in culinary school.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when we decided to do this full time, it was kind of just like a no brainer. Like, well, I mean, I just want to try.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's been going really well.
That's excellent. But do you get some sleep?
Yes. This time around, I have been helping me just constantly. So
Cool.
it's like Sundays or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday are my day. Wednesday, he does the heavy baking that I
Okay.
can't handle.
Okay.
And then Thursday we do bake sales, and Friday we prep for Shabbat. And then the rest of the week starts over.
Okay. So I know that one time when you were on the podcast with your whole family. I don't know. It's been a while ago. Did you get some appliances and everything that hold up really well now?
Yes.
Because I knew you were having some problems with stuff.
I have literally broken, I think, 5 or 6 KitchenAid mixers.
That's a few.
Yeah. I just broke a really old one, like one of the Hobart ones.
Oh yeah.
I didn't break the motor,
Okay.
but the lift handle, I tried to lift it when the butter was too cold, and the tension from trying to lift the bowl,
That's interesting.
it broke the handle.
Wow, that would have been a surprise too.
It was a very big surprise. And so then we were like, well, now all we have is a 20-quart mixer. What are we going to do for our small stuff?
Yeah.
So we got a hand mixer,
Okay.
which I actually prefer. It takes me back to my childhood.
I can see that.
Makes me feel like more involved with,
There you go.
you know, like it's something that I'm actually making, and it's my skill that it takes to make it that way and get it that way, and not just a mixer.
So it's a good deal then.
It's great. We actually ended up having one of our regular customers' moms buy us a new mixer. Not a new mixer, an old, like a super old mixer that's a Hobart.
Okay.
Like a KitchenAid Hobart one.
Yep.
And it's just a regular small one, and it works, and she bought it for us and donated it to us.
That's cool.
It was super cool.
Very cool.
And that was just like a week or 2 ago.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you come up with your recipes? Because you make a lot. I mean, I've had some of your products, but
Yeah.
how do you? I mean, you keep coming up with amazing products.
Thank you. I try to focus on Jewish products.
Good.
Since we're Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want people to experience what that food is like, because Jewish food doesn't have like the best reputation of being like the best food. But the stuff that we make is a
Two
really
thumbs
good,
up. It's very
really good representation.
I haven't had anything you. No, I eat your food way too fast.
Yeah. So yeah, we do that. And then, you know, we also live in America, so we do some American dishes like chocolate chip cookies, and
Those are good
cinnamon
too.
rolls.
I can't keep those in the house if I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I try to find nostalgic stuff also.
And that's cool.
So like this month we're doing a cherry dessert pizza,
Ooh, that sounds really good.
and I actually got pizza boxes for it.
I love that.
It's gonna be so cute.
Oh, that is. I mean, so how can people? If you're on Facebook, I know,
Mhm.
but if somebody wanted to know like where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing this week, how do they find that?
Facebook or Instagram.
Okay.
Yep. Those are what we use to let people know what's going on. Facebook is the most updated.
Okay.
Instagram is like stuff that I schedule usually
Okay.
because I try to keep my Instagram grid a little more
I can see that. Well, yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
Which is just a silly thing that I do. I don't think it matters that much, but it's important to my OCD, I think.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So do your boys help and bake?
Asher absolutely hates baking.
Really?
Which is just insane because his name, which I named him after a goat.
A goat?
A goat.
Okay, I like the name, but I would have never guessed it came from that.
Yeah, a friend on Facebook that I went to high school with had a goat. She named him Asher. I was like, perfect, that's the name. And
cool.
did not even compute that it was a biblical name. And so if you take the biblical like meaning of Asher,
Yeah.
it means to provide kingly delicacies.
Wow.
And he hates baking.
Well, maybe now. Maybe eventually it'll come around.
Yeah, I don't know. His brother loves it though.
Okay.
August is a big fan.
Okay.
He loves to bake. He will shove you out of the way so
he really
can do it
does.
himself. He calls himself a little chef.
I love
It's
it.
so cute. And he's got his little apron and stuff. He just loves it.
So I wonder if he'd want to be like a chef sometime when he gets. How old is he now?
He's 4. He's almost 5. He'll be 5 in August.
So he's the one that was over at the coffee shop over there that they just lost a tooth that one
that
time.
was Asher.
Really? Oh, I can't keep track.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
That was so cute. Asher lost his first tooth over at Daily Dose. It was so cute. She gave us a little espresso cup to take it home in.
Because that really is the first time we really talked, and he was showing me that he lost his tooth, and
Yeah.
that is so cool. I
He
love
was
that.
so excited.
No, I mean, that is amazing. So do you and Ben have things you would like to still see this business go towards? If, like more baking or more other maybe not savory foods?
He very much wants to do savory foods.
Okay.
I have yet to figure out how to incorporate more savory foods into it.
Okay.
I've tried a couple times. But it's definitely something I'm gonna have to give to him and just let him run with.
Okay.
But we're moving back to Kearney in August.
Okay.
And we're building a whole new kitchen in the basement.
Cool.
So that we can have a separate kitchen.
Very nice.
It will make things so much easier in our life.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Because right now you're just using the kitchen that came with the house.
And that kitchen, for some reason, that house specifically, the kitchen in that house, is the main hub of the house.
Yeah, it really is. I never thought about it, but yeah, it definitely is.
It's like that's the only place to be.
Okay.
So it's like the kids are constantly in there. We're trying to bake in there. I'm trying to work in there.
Yep.
Like it's
it'll be better the other way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The only part about that is moving. I always tell Cheryl, my wife, it's like you never know how much stuff you have until you move it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, and why did I keep this?
Mm-hmm. I'm not looking forward to moving.
Oh.
It's my least favorite activity.
It is mine too.
Yeah.
I can think of just about anything else I'd rather do. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got this with the mental health and everything. So a little bit of background about how you got started doing that. With that, I mean, with what you're doing a fundraiser right now.
The fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we started this fundraiser after the Coe family tragedy.
Okay.
Out in what town? Cozad.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I do
It
actually.
was just about a year ago, just over a year
Okay.
ago. And so when that happened, I kind of snapped, and I was like, "This is not okay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like people need help. People need to be told what they don't know.
True.
They need to be exposed to the truth.
Yes.
Because I didn't know all the things that I was struggling with my mental health. I didn't know what that was until I got help.
Yep.
And I couldn't get help until someone helped me get help because I was already in such a bad situation.
And I can see that, I guess. Never thought of it that way. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Well, and then that's part of the tricky thing, too, is even with my first psych appointment, Ben called to make the appointment, and they almost didn't let him because of HIPAA.
Really?
Like, I'm, about to, do some bad stuff, and they are like, oh, like, she really needs to be making this call.
It's like maybe she's not able to?
Yeah. So anyway, so we started this fundraiser where we sell these shortbread cookies with a lemon glaze. I put 24 karat gold
Okay.
flake on it and then an edible flower.
Excellent.
They're very beautiful. They come 6 in a box and they're
Okay.
$35 a box.
Okay.
Which is a very high price for cookies. But 100% of the net proceeds from those cookies go towards our therapy access fund.
Yes.
And our therapy access fund allows us to pay off random overdue therapy bills for people in Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island.
Okay.
And it's not anybody that we know. We just call to a random office.
Oh, really? You do it that way. I love that.
Are there any overdue bills that we can pay off today? We just want to
Very,
bless someone.
very cool. Oh, what a blessing that'd be. I mean, when they find out that that's been paid off, wow.
The first one we paid off was over $600. Can you imagine that debt just being paid off?
Talk about positive ripple. I mean, they're going to be that burden, at least one of their burdens lifted off, and how much better that makes you feel, and then positivity going out to the world. Because I'm very much about ripple and positivity.
Yeah. Well, and all that money is provided by the community. The community who is funding this project. And I'm just the person who gets to make the phone call.
Okay. Wow, I didn't, and I know you were in Minden, where I'm from, the other day, and I knew they were talking about that you were doing that for the same thing, or 52 tap, I guess, or whatever. And so, how do you? I mean, you seem like you go all over the place. How do you find where you're going to go next for when you're doing that, like the other night?
So I had a manic episode in December.
Okay.
And I got the entire year of 2026 planned out.
Wow, okay.
So up until August, I have every week scheduled with bake sales.
Very cool.
Then we're moving in August, so I'm really glad I didn't schedule.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I can see that too.
So I'll start reaching out to companies again after we move to see where we can set up. But really, I just Google places.
Okay, that's how it does. Okay.
Businesses in whatever town I want to be in. And then I think, is this somewhere that serves the same food as me? Is this somewhere that serves food at all? Is this something like a boutique where they wouldn't want me? Or is it too fancy where they wouldn't want me in there? So I kind of
I could see that.
And then I reach out to them and I explain who I am and what I do and how I can hopefully bring some customers into their store.
Right.
Before. And I'd say it's about 50-50. Like, they either respond or they don't.
Okay.
But it's about half and half. Like, some respond, some don't.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, so it's not hard, but it takes a lot of time.
Oh, getting on that. If you do that every week, that's a lot of times to get lined up.
Yeah.
So how far? I know you go to Minden. I know you go to Kearney. Have you been to like Holdridge?
No, we've been Kearney, Grand Island, Hastings, and Minden so far. Okay. Yeah. There are quite a few bakers in Holdridge.
Yeah, there are. Actually, I just met one the other day. The gal that's in the old Dairy Queen there over in Holdridge, and she graduated from Hastings College with
what business is she? Do you remember?
My 308 bakery. Mm-hmm. And I talked to her and her mom, and in fact, I think she might be on the podcast coming up.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I like the vibe. And then after talking to Daniel on Crossroads, he said that they are a lot of people struggling in Holdridge. In fact, I think they're going to try and be open to Crossroads in Holdridge. Okay. And it's like, never would have thought of Holdridge,
Yeah.
But yeah.
How could someone help with that?
That's what I wonder. I was going to ask you how, besides buying your baked goods, how can a person that's just like myself help on something like that?
Well, for our fundraiser specifically, you have the option to buy the cookies.
Yep.
You have the option to donate, or you have the option to buy cookies and have them donated to first responders.
Well, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the money would go towards the public, and then the cookies would go towards first responders.
Okay.
So there are those options for us. In a town like that, though,
yeah, I don't know. I was surprised when he said that because he said Lexington, which Lexington makes sense with them, that big plant closing, but it's like Holdridge. I was very surprised at that. So, and first responders, when I did the podcast down at the firehouse down here, they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And they said, "You want to try and lift this stuff?" It's like, I can't.
I will break in half.
Yeah. It's like, I admire you for being able to do that. But yeah, those guys are all. I mean, I could see them being very, very good. So, do you have like a list of places that you know would help people, like with mental illness and stuff that you have, like that you're following that you like,
Like therapy offices or
or
like
therapy offices, or just in that you maybe donate money to in the area?
no, we don't donate money to
You don't.
anybody.
Okay. Okay.
We just pay off the overdue therapy
Okay.
bills. We are
Okay.
different in that sense because we are not necessarily coordinating with other
Okay. Not doing collaborations with it.
yeah.
Okay.
Um I don't know why. There's just something inside of me that just wants to keep this separate.
I can see that.
And I think I just don't want the mission to get muddled.
Yeah.
Because every company or business or fundraiser or whatever, they all have
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
they have their person
Yep.
that spurred
Yep.
it, you
Yep.
know. And I have my person that spurred
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And I don't want to lose that
Yeah.
by combining it with someone else's person.
So, I mean, mental illness and stuff. We were talking before. It's rampant in this country. How if you knew of somebody? This is kind of sidetrack, but I mean, how would you help somebody with that if you knew they were suffering? I mean,
If someone were to reach out to me,
uh-huh.
and I had this happen recently.
Okay.
Someone reached out to me to talk about the cookies, and
Mhm.
it ended up they were having a lot of mental health problems, and they just needed someone to talk to.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk to me about it?
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of do. Perfect. Let's talk. So then they tell me about what's going on, and I hear them, and I listen, I see what they need, and this guy needed a therapist.
Okay.
I said, I will call around and find you a therapist that takes your insurance and
Okay.
that is open right now. I just need to know if you would like a boy or a girl.
Yeah. Excellent.
They ghosted me. A lot of people that need help can't get themselves to get help.
And I would believe that, and that's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate that because we were talking before we started the podcast how much with children, how much mental illness there is in this country that goes, well, there's a stigma still definitely to it, and everybody's going through something. I always say on the podcast, everybody's going through something. Everybody's gone through something, and we just think that we're the only ones going through it.
Yeah.
And
it feels that way.
Yeah, I bet it does. Are there any groups that you know of Hastings that kind of specialize in people that are dealing with that?
I just know of therapy offices.
Okay.
I know I have a buddy, and we were putting together a mental health caretakers support group.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, like, support group for someone like my husband, who is my mental health caretaker.
Okay.
Somewhere where he can go and meet with other caretakers and
I see.
connect
Okay.
over their problems and get advice. And
I could see that be very important. Yeah.
so my buddy that it's run with, she's a caretaker of her husband, and then I'm there to be the other perspective.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, we had one meeting where this guy, his son, was bipolar with another disorder that was pretty extreme.
Okay.
And he just didn't understand what he was doing wrong. And I'm like, you're not doing anything wrong. You're dealing with a mental illness.
Yeah.
Like, so having the other side there to kind of explain things helped a lot, which I was really nervous about at first.
And I could see that too.
But it helped a lot.
Wow. There's so much. I'm so glad that you're doing what you and Ben, I mean, what a journey. I mean, so would you ever do your own podcast? I mean, you and Ben, podcasts can drop once a month, once a year. I mean,
that's fair.
So
I don't know. We thought about doing.
You do Facebook Lives?
They stopped letting me.
Okay, why is that?
You have to have like 10K followers to be able to do it live now.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that sucks.
At least on Instagram, but I'm pretty sure it's on Facebook too.
Well, then you got to get a podcast then.
I don't know how to like get that out there.
Actually, I can show you after we get done with this, but it's actually gotten very easy. You can record one on your phone, upload it. I can almost do a podcast episode in like 45 minutes now, getting from the time it's recorded to be ready to drop on wherever I would decide to drop it. So
that's awesome.
But I mean, I'm coming up on 400 episodes because I haven't done a lot. I mean, I can almost do it in my sleep now too.
Yeah.
But it in general has gotten much easier to do it. And like I said, I don't edit much. I mean, if you really want to, I mean, I went to Fiverr and got my intro outro. Everybody's like Fiverr, and it's like it was good.
Yeah.
And Audacity, if you do want to do that, that's free. So it's very reasonable that way too.
Okay.
So Ashi, before we end the podcast, anything else you would like to share with the audience?
Might have to edit my thinking out.
You're fine. That's cool though.
Anything else?
So,
let me check my date real quick.
okay.
On the 25th of June, we're
Okay.
going to be at the Upper Room Brewery in Kearney.
For
bake sale from 4 to 8 p.m.
Okay,
And
cool.
we're going to be doing our fundraiser again that day.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
So we're going to have it so that you can pre-order cookies like a week ahead of time.
Makes sense.
But that we'll have one of those specific fundraisers every month.
Okay. No, so Upper Room, is that downtown? Where's that at?
Upper Room Brewery is,
I've heard of it, but I know I've never been there.
you know, the road between McDonald's and Walmart.
Yeah.
56.
Right.
It's
It's up
down that road by those massive apartments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know where it was at.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
a little strip.
Okay. And the 25th, what day is that? You
It's a
said
Thursday.
Thursday? I might have to just come over and see where that's at.
Yeah.
It'll be a win-win because I can see
Yeah,
it.
you can check, and they make all
Yes.
their own beer and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always heard of it, but I thought it was downtown, but it's out
It's
that.
the same owners of 52 Tap House.
I did not know that either. Okay. Learn something new every day, which is always good. So, well, Ashi, thanks for being on the Dream Catcher podcast.
Thank you.
Tell Ben I said hello, and I look forward to seeing you on the 25th.
Sounds good.
So, thank you.
Thank you.